Kyle Lowry just resigned with the 76ers, and this is the exact guy they needed to bring back. Batum, we couldn't bring him back. You lost some other guys in free agency, but Kyle Lowry, a Philly native, last year he just brought so much good things to this basketball team, whether it's winning plays against the Knicks, missing the free throw, trying to get it out, kicking it out, just winning plays, a veteran, a guy that knows the game, a guy that's going to help Jared McCain, develop and get to his ceiling. So this is just the best of both worlds for the Sixers, having a guy that could run the second unit, if Jared McCain's not ready to get those minutes yet. He's still a pretty good shooter as well. Shot 40% from the 3-point line last season, averaged 8 points per game, so he could still be effective offensively. You add another guy that could shoot. All of the Sixers guys could shoot. This is great. So this is a move that needed to happen. And out of all the moves, I think this was the most realistic. Batum, I didn't expect him to go back to the Clippers though, but I knew since Monte Morris went to the Suns, Kyle Lowry, that was really his only other option. So him back in Philly, this is a great move for the Sixers. Other reports coming out that Gary Trent Jr. could choose either the Sixers or the Knicks. None of the guys, Shams, Woj, have put this out, but a decent, credible reporter put this out. And honestly, the Knicks, I don't think that's a good destination for him. It would be good for the Knicks to have a shooter like that, but I think he could have more impact and more production with Philly. Nick Nurse, when he was on the Raptors, 17 points per game, 18 points per game, and he's just, a consistent 39%, from the 3-point line shooter. One of the best catch and shoot, 3-point shooters in the NBA. 43% catch and shoot percentage from the 3-point line. So he's, as advertised, one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. This is a guy that could have an instant impact. Imagine him in the starting lineup. Tyrese Maxey at the 1, Trent at the 2, Kelly Oubre probably off the bench, Paul George at the 3, Caleb Martin at the 4, and then Embiid at the 5. You have a bunch of 3-point shooters. Nick Nurse is going to cook with that, getting, good looks. Gary Trent is one of the best open 3-point shooters in the NBA. Man, the looks he's going to get with Embiid, Maxey, Paul George, the attention that big three is going to draw, he's going to be cooking. He could be maybe 15 points per game kind of guy. Oubre will be able to come off the bench. That, bench lineup is deeper now, getting a guy like Gary Trent Jr. He wants to get a prove-it 1-year deal so he could go back in the market. And I think Philly would give him a good opportunity to compete for a championship. And having a guy like Nick Nurse that you are familiar with, that should be a boost. So Gary Trent Jr., don't let the Sixers get him. This lineup would be crazy. And then if they trade for Dorian Finney-Smith, the Sixers would, that lineup that I just said, Maxey, Gary Trent Jr., Paul George, Caleb Martin at the 4, and Embiid at the 5, that lineup's competing with Boston. Just so you know. Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.